Hey guys, I am launching my first lesson video. Kind of like the first week or first day of class, this video is more an opportunity for me to let you guys know what's going to be going on for the rest of the time that we're online. I have a couple of books. One book has one group, and another book has another group. And they're pretty short books, and I'll be going over that in a minute. But if we do get them done, maybe we'll do other books in the future. So look forward to that. But I worked really hard to choose books I think you guys would like. I want to cover a couple of the expectations for class as we move forward with this online ordeal. Every class is going to be different too. You know, your teachers are going to have different expectations and goals in their classes. So I think it's important for me to let you guys know how I'm going to be running mine because it may be different than Doc's or Miss Cordello or Miss Feldbauer or anyone else. So first things first, my videos are primarily going to be similar to what we did in class. I'll be reading a book out loud, and I will have PDFs for you of the book that your group is reading, so you can access it online and just follow along with me as I'm reading. While I'm reading, I'm going to stop occasionally and I'll talk about different elements of the book like I normally do. We'll dive into some symbolism, characterization, plot structure, author intention, tone, mood, those kinds of things. We'll definitely be doing a lot of thematic analysis because we'll have some time to work on our critical thinking skills while we're sort of sitting at home. I have been thinking about how I'll do assignments for you guys, and right now my plan is this. I'll do my reading in the videos. I'll bring up some key ideas or concepts, and then I'll ask you guys probably to do a short writing assignment for me. Sometimes it'll be paragraph or paragraphs that are explaining what we read. Sometimes it'll be your opinions. Sometimes it'll be a demonstration of your understanding of characterization or plot, thematic analyses, some of that same stuff that I've been talking about. And you'll write those things, and then you'll either be able to present them to me here on Zoom by reading them out loud or showing me what you've written, or you'll be able to email me your answers. And those are things that we can definitely adapt, evolve, and figure out better as time goes on. I'll have some worksheets too for everyone. Sometimes instead of just having to write me a paragraph, or instead of writing anything for me at all, I'll give you a worksheet that you can sort of read a passage and answer a couple of questions. And I'll make sure I keep it interesting so that you guys aren't doing the same old for me day in, day out, and week out as the quarantine progresses. I do have an account on Khan Academy, and a number of you guys are signed up to work through Khan with me. For my class, the bulk of the material is going to come from my lessons and the books that I'm reading. The Khan Academy material is going to be what I would call supplemental. So it'll help you add extra insight, extra skills, and extra practice to those things that we're going to be mainly covering through my videos and through my worksheets and through my assignments. And I understand that this is a lot of information. It's going to be kind of crazy at first. I've seen some memes of other students' workload for their online schools, both high school and college, and it can be overwhelming. But as time goes on, as we get more comfortable with what's happening here and we get into more of a flow and a routine, things are going to be pretty normal. They're going to be about as much work as you would get in school anyway, maybe less, maybe a little more, but you got more time on your hands, so it's a great time to be working on that. No matter what, we're going to figure it out. I'm definitely receptive to what you guys think, so as always, it was like this in class. It's going to be like this now. If I'm doing something that isn't working for the group or isn't working for you as an individual, feel free to let me know, either through Zoom or through email, and I'll work on ways that I can make sure that everyone's learning the most and everyone's enjoying themselves. Because again, it's not just my job to force you guys to learn while you're at home quarantined. It should be fun. Education should be exciting. So I tried to pick a couple of books that were fun and exciting for you guys. On that note, here are your books. A lot of you were asking me this morning what we were going to be reading, and I've got the answer for you. You won't be seeing this until tomorrow on Thursday, but here's the answer now. Book number 1 is called The Pearl. I see that it's kind of flipped the wrong way in the screen, but The Pearl by John Steinbeck. The Pearl is a pretty short novella. My copy here is 100 pages or so. And again, I'll get you a link online if you don't have a copy of the book lying around at your house. It's the story of Kino and his wife Juana and their son Kyotito, and how Kino finds a very large, luminescent pearl, the most perfect pearl he's ever seen, on the bottom of the ocean floor. He's a diver for pearls, so it's natural that he finds some sometimes, but this one is just otherworldly. He spends the rest of his time throughout the book trying to figure out what to do with this pearl. It's as if, in a sense, he won a lottery. There are obstacles and unforeseen difficulties, both revolving around and outside of the situation with the pearl itself. And we're going to be looking at how those things lead into this ultimate theme of cherishing your family. There are many themes in the book, and we can examine more of them, but I really did choose the pearl so that we can think about how much our families mean to us, especially during this time when we are spending so much time with our families. So I think it'll be a good one to remind us of that and help us cherish these moments. The second book that I have for us, dun, 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 The Call of the Wild by Jack London. This was one of them that was on our list to potentially read before we went on break. And although no classes wound up choosing it, I really think that we were sleeping on a hidden gem. The Call of the Wild is in theaters right now. I did see it. It's pretty good. It's not exactly the same as the book, so feel free to go watch it if you want. It's got some elements from the book, so if you want to keep this perfectly unspoiled, then you'll want to wait to see the movie until afterwards. But if you do watch the movie, you're not necessarily going to give everything away to yourself because, again, the book is slightly different. It is an adventure novel. It focuses on the main character named Buck, and Buck is actually a dog. So we'll be reading from the perspective of our friend Buck. This too is not extraordinarily long. In my copy, which has some short stories in the latter half, the book, The Call of the Wild, actually only goes to like page 88. So we'll be able to read through it relatively quickly. It's an exciting book. It's got a lot of really cool elements. And again, a lot of themes running around here, but I think the most prominent one that I'm going to be looking at is our desire to be free animals, to be free people, to sometimes get away from technology and get away from the confines of our own homes and go out and explore the world around us. I know we can't necessarily do that right now, which is kind of why I chose this book. I thought we could live vicariously through Buck and Buck's extraordinary experiences. This is going to be a good one. So those are our two books. I really think that everyone's going to enjoy them. If you are worried about the book, if you don't think it sounds appealing, give it a chance. I really thought hard about choosing books that are enthralling and interesting and have a lot of material, not just to teach about, but to get excited about. And I'll try and make my lessons as exciting as possible about them. Let's see. I guess the last thing that I want to cover is what I'm looking forward to doing on a big picture for the rest of this time that we're doing online class. Ultimately, you guys, I want to make sure that you stay current with your writing and your reading abilities. Every single one of you has demonstrated really, really, really good writing skills to me. I know some of you get worried about writing. You might not necessarily love to do it a lot, or you don't think you're the best writer, but I promise you all show promise. You're all wonderful. And as for reading, you all have excellent skills as well. The more we do it, the more we practice, of course, the better we get, which is why I think it's fantastic that although we're staying home, we have the ability to keep reading together, keep analyzing together, keep writing together, and keep growing together. On a final note, for what I'm looking for the rest of class, I want to make sure, a, really above reading and above writing, that I'm making you guys competent thinkers, critical thinkers, and just normal everyday thinkers. Thinking is one of the most important skills, if not the most important skill that we have as individuals in society. And few things help us become better thinkers and figure out how to think through difficult problems effectively than reading and analyzing books and writing and expressing our thoughts. So keep that in mind, okay? I may be focusing on a writing assignment, or I may be focusing on doing reading, but the ultimate goal is to coalesce those two things into this beautiful shining beacon of critical thought. You're all wonderful thinkers too. I mean, every day in class, someone would astound me with something they said. And each of you has had that moment more than once. So I really look forward to seeing what we can do together in an online setting. That pretty much covers everything that I was looking at talking about. Um, we're gonna start the actual lessons next week. So the week of, see, today's the first, so second, third, sixth. So like on the 6th, we'll start kind of diving into stuff really well. Some con assignments are going to be out Wednesday night, so tonight for me, yesterday for you guys watching this. And again, those are just supplemental things. So if you're not doing the con assignments, I definitely urge you to do them if you can, and get involved with that. But if you're not, or you can't, you're not missing out on the bulk of what I'm going to be teaching in my lessons. So yeah, next week we'll get started. I'm super excited. I'm really ready to get back to working together. I told you guys I've been doing a ton of reading over break. So I've been exercising my thinking muscles and my reading and writing muscles, and flexing them a lot and helping them grow and get stronger and better. And I only do it really so that I can help you guys. And I'm really excited to get back to that. So without further ado, I'm going to end the video. These are the books: The Call of the Wild by Jack London and The Pearl by John Steinbeck. I hope you're excited, and I will see you guys soon.